Cypher got nerfed. You might think he's useless, but I'll be honest, he's still very good. So in this video, I will take you in the mind of a Cypher main, explain my thought processes and my decision making, so you can win your games. So let's go. The enemy team had a Jett. Jetts and raises really like dashing into the lamps. So I did this little tripwire to catch them as soon as their dash finishes.
This goes here.
Trips for teammates and another cage. The reason I put my second cage up is because when I activate it, I want to be able to walk into it and surprise them so I can get behind the enemy team. I didn't set up towards showers because my Reyna said he wanted to watch it. So I said okay, but he died.
Oh no. Showers.
Never mind, our Reyna should as well.
Exactly, Clove was correct. But classic, I predicted the Jett move. I activate the second cage. I wait for the shooting to stop. I move in, like a sneaky rat. And I get them from behind. They always play someone showers. I died, but we proceeded to win the round. Because I placed my cages nice and allowed me to push into them. And also caught the Jett off guard. You can use your cages closer to you. You can use them to reposition. You don't always have to put them on the tripwire. I can reposition with this cage. I can walk into this little corner here. I can get back out safely towards mid. I can get further up on site and surprise the enemy team.
Caught one. Cage trigger. They found my wire.
Doesn't die, man. 70.
Careful now. They found my wire. My ultimate is ready.
Spike down, B.
So we initially wanted to split C. I kill this Reyna, I cage for cover so I can grab her gun. And we see that, you know, now everyone's rotating towards C. I wanted to help our A's, but she died a little bit early.
Go away, guys.
This guy suggests to go A.
Oh.
So now's perfect chance.
Run.
Okay, there was a lot of chaos, but you can hear Raze throw her nade, which means she's towards B. She also kills her teammate who was around C/garage. So it gives us time. Now we know Phoenix is outside of B and so is Raze. So I put that tripwire down so I can actually know and help divide our fights in case one goes from B main towards A and one goes from CT towards A. So it helps us out by putting that one simple tripwire.
Raze was on C.
I could have planted it in a much better spot, but it is what it is. We live and we learn. The tripwire broke and I hear an Odin. That means Phoenix came from B. And now he's in my cage. We hear steps towards heaven and that's Raze. So that means they split up and my prediction was correct. Thankful for that tripwire.
Wait, let me know.
I obviously bait Sky. But you know me, we always win. Let's go. We had a last minute change of plans with what site we wanted to push. We were going to go A, but then we decided B, and then we decided C. So it was a little bit of a mess. So I ended up placing a tripwire that actually prevents anybody from A flanking us. But because we were going to head towards C and garage, I should have placed a trip towards C, so no one can flank us from mid or from C, if we do end up going on C. We take garage, we get the kill, and I place one trip here, so no one from hooker can get us, but bear in mind, our spawn is open. Anybody can push from mid to C, and they can flank us. And this is where the problems arise, because I made a mistake in placing a tripwire. 1v3. I kill one, but the guy died from long because I didn't put a trip there.
One enemy remaining.
But obviously, you know me. I don't lose. Right, this clip showcases the power of a Cypher ult and positioning. We can see that the two people are towards CT. The spike is on site and being watched by both people. The reason I pushed up is because I know someone has to be watching spike at all times, because if they're not watching the spike, I can take it, which means someone has to watch flank and someone has to watch spike, which means all of my fights that I take now will be isolated, which gives me the advantage. If I went straight for spike, they would have predicted it and it's the obvious play.
remaining.
Because this Sova shot back and kept going in and out, I knew he wanted to fight. And you know me, I win those.
You copies are nothing.
I like placing a trip like this because we were going to rush C. We needed to just win this round because we didn't have too many guns. We want to take the site, plant, and disappear. So a nice little trip behind us, but we were struggling to actually get onto site because we had been smoked off, of course. So I decided, you know what? Let me retreat. Let me fall back. Let me see if I can kill someone in mid.
You can just go and leave me here and I can TP back to you.
We can maybe go.
I picked this tripwire because I thought we were going to actually rotate to A, and I like keeping one tripwire for the spike when I plant. But we managed to kill this Reyna. I ult, I look where everyone is on the minimap, and I say, okay, well, C still looks pretty empty, so I put the same tripwire back down so no one can flank us again. And then we simply run onto site. We have a lot of sight, it's safe. I'm setting up my camera, so when I do plant, I've got a bit extra vision. I plant nice for long, so no one can push me. Put a tripwire on the spike to piss them off. A cage over there to cover my teammate and cover me from when I rotate. Now we play the long waiting game. My camera spots many people. It dies, but I am still alive with my Reyna. 3v2. Actually, he triggers my trip, which makes me swing. We kill one. I know that two of them aren't on the spike now, so I can play it nice and safe. But I hear the spike, I get greedy, and it pays off. So be confident. Use your tripwires for when you plant, and you'll be surprised. Throughout this game, the enemy team loved lurking up showers, so I did a be all and end all setup by doing a little one-way cage for showers, so whoever does want to push from there can't. If they do, they'll be exposed to the one-way and the tripwire, and we proceed to play the round. I'm the only person that stayed A, so I made my tripwires closer to me so the enemy teams can take a bit more of sight, but as soon as it comes to planting, they hit my trips, and I get to kill them all. And now, my prediction was correct. They send their duelist up, which makes my life much easier. We kill him, and he gets very upset. So look at what the enemy team is doing, and change your setups based off of that. The reason I'm putting this tripwire so far back on site is because they have a Sova, so he can't shock dart this tripwire, and it helps me because they've got a Raze and a Jett. They like pushing onto site very quickly. So this tripwire gives them a little bit of space, and then boom! My cage is nice and high, so I can play inside it, as you will see. They use that Sova shock, but you can't break my trip because it's far back. And look, I'm safe. I'm protected. Jett comes. Hello. I whiff everything, but it's okay. We managed to get the second duelist.
Don't know about it, was not paying attention.
And then, boom! I passed away, but we proceeded to win the round. So after this nerf, don't be scared to put your tripwires further back on site. Give them a little bit of space, because you are guaranteed to get the kills because they will be caught off guard. What I've noticed is a lot of the Cyphers that I coach, they don't check their minimap as often. When you check with your camera, sometimes you might not see someone, but your minimap does. So let's pay attention to the minimap and what my camera sees, okay? So I activate my cam, but then on the minimap I see Chamber, and I know he's in there, he's ratting, we kill him, and then we proceed to win the round. Play time for Clove.
One enemy remaining.
Could be up window. Use my camera to still see. Shoot a couple shots in the smoke in case he did make it up into garage, but I've got my camera up. Hello. And this clown takes his tripwire, takes my dart out in the middle of the open, and we get the win. So make sure you're using your camera regularly, but also look at your minimap. In this game, the enemy team kept rotating, so when enemy team keep rotating and you need to retake, always keep a spare cage, because this gave us an advantage. I can play in the cage, and they won't expect it. I go in and out of my cage for cover, grab a gun, kill the KO, win a still round. All because I kept a spare cage with me. And it shows the value of a cage. You don't have to dump all of your utility on the same site. Keep it with you. Sometimes take your camera back, take a trip back. This is another example of using your cages. This clip is a little bit old, but it basically is the same thing. Look how I use my cages to escape. I've got my cam set up, I'm in my cages, they don't expect me to be here. Hello. And we play aggressive, so we use our cages to move around, get some kills, and play mind games. I feel like I hit a very nice shot on this chamber, so do enjoy this clip. That is the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of the good stuff. I do have a Discord server, so please do join if you get a chance. Discuss all the new Cypher tech, and I'll see you guys in my next one.